But I think MVP. Now, I'm going to look at this the way I did with Michael Jordan. Now, she's not the Michael Jordan of her sport as far as athleticism, playing, dominating. But A'ja Wilson is the best player in the game.
Have you seen the amazing things Caitlin Clark has been doing recently?
This is a phenomenon. Caitlin Clark is a phenomenon. And if I said to any of these people who think Caitlin Clark is not the Rookie of the Year, I'd say, who would you want to start your franchise with? Now, I'm not going to put A'ja Wilson in there. I'm just saying between these two. Angel Reese is a wonderful player, but she does not compare to what and who Caitlin Clark is.
This rookie isn't just helping the Fever try for the playoffs. She's changing the whole WNBA MVP race.
Caitlin Clark, I'm sure you saw, just became the all-time scoring leader of women's college basketball. I'm curious, where would you rank her amongst all-time college players, in your opinion?
Ooh, that's tough because you got to win one. I feel like that college is one of those spaces where you got to win one for them to even have your name in the conversation. And it took me 3 years to win mine, so it's hard, but congratulations to her.
A'ja Wilson may still be the top pick, but Clark's impressive stats are drawing attention. This rookie isn't just scoring, she's transforming the game.
2 years ago, their home attendance was 1,800 fans. Their average this year, home attendance, is 17,000. That's almost 10 times. And, of course, the big difference is Caitlin Clark. I think she should be up for MVP. Rookie of the Year, foregone conclusion.
A'ja Wilson might now miss the MVP title. Also, her reaction to Clark's numbers? Priceless. No other players match those skills.
And just for the record, Caitlin isn't much of a defender either, though she can and she will steal the basketball. She's 15th in the WNBA in steals. Pretty good.
Let's look at the numbers. 40 points, 10 assists, and 7 rebounds in her last game. That's not just impressive, it's what MVPs do.
She is starting to push A'ja as the best player in the league because I don't see anybody control a game the way Caitlin can.
And it's not just a one-off. Clark has been great all season, leading in assists and scoring like a veteran.
WNBA in its entirety is really cooking right now, and it continues to grow, and there is a lot of appropriate attention on Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever, and we found out that the Fever Storm game from over the weekend drew 2.2 million viewers, which is massive. The WNBA has 18 games this season where they've had more than 1 million viewers average, and 16 of those 18 have featured Caitlin Clark. So you cannot deny the connectivity of Caitlin Clark playing basketball.
You might be wondering how a rookie can be in the MVP talks. Well, get ready, because Clark is changing the game. Her impact goes beyond just numbers. She's drawing in new fans, increasing viewership, and making everyone take notice.
I'm sorry. It's gotten to the point where Rookie of the Year is over 2-3 weeks ago. All of a sudden, Caitlin Clark is starting to push A'ja Wilson for MVP of this league, and I am not exaggerating.
This isn't just about Rookie of the Year anymore. Clark is seriously in the running for MVP, and you can't overlook it.
I've got the fever. I can't help it. I can't stop watching. I can't stop talking about the impact Caitlin Clark is having on game after game after game.
You've seen the highlights, but her impact goes beyond the stats. The Fever went from a bottom team to a playoff contender in just one season. What's behind this huge turnaround?
She takes over, she maestros, she controls game after game after game with her passing and her carefully chosen spots to score.
Clark is at the heart of it all. Let's take a step back. Last season, the Indiana Fever were the WNBA's joke, ending with a dismal 13-27 record. Now they're looking strong at 18-16 with a playoff spot locked in.
One thing Caitlin Clark does maybe better than anybody in sports right now, makes it about others, makes it about team. Think about it. When's the last time you didn't see Caitlin Clark talking about a teammate? When's the last time you saw Caitlin Clark talking about herself or any of the accomplishments that she has had? Let me give you the answer to that. Never! Never! You never hear that. Now, that's why their team has gotten good. She could have been an egomaniac. Everybody in the league knows that she is the league right now.
It feels like they're a whole new team, but the lineup hasn't changed much, except for one key addition, Caitlin Clark. This rookie isn't just putting up great stats, she's completely transforming the franchise. Have you noticed how the Fever has been on fire since the Olympic break? They've gone 7-1, and guess who's leading the way? That's right, it's Clark. She's not just scoring, she's making everyone around her better. Her teammates are getting great chances, the offense is clicking, and opponents are struggling to keep up.
Not even a debate. But I'm talking about value now. Value to a franchise, value to a league, getting your team in the playoffs. They had the number one pick. They were the worst team last year. And there is value that I can attach to that. Now, that might not fit in the categories that everybody would, consider for MVP. I'm talking about value. Michael Jordan was the most valuable player.
You might be wondering if one player can really have such a big impact. Well, here's the deal. Clark is averaging 37.6 points per game, both from scoring and assisting. That's not just amazing, it's about to break a WNBA record. Let that sink in.
But also, she needed a rest. She needed a rest after the season in college basketball. A month later, she's playing games, and she's playing against really good teams. And then they stacked the schedule up front, so everybody got to see her play. She struggled.
But it's more than just numbers. Clark's presence on the court changes everything. Defenses have to focus on her, which creates chances for her teammates. And when she has the ball, something amazing happens.
Just shoot it in the fourth quarter. You're that good. You've proven to be that great. Her three-point shooting has heated up, and nobody in the league can flick logo threes as effortlessly as Caitlin can.
She has the vision of a top point guard and the scoring skills of a superstar.
Caitlin Clark, in a shock to me, has proven already to be a once-a-generation passer. I did not see that coming at Iowa. I thought scoring, yes, she's the all-time greatest scorer in the history of college basketball, men's or women's, but passing like this? I'm talking about gifted, LeBron-esque bounce passing.
Since July 1st, the Fever's offense has improved from the worst in the league to the best.
Meanwhile, Caitlin, 2/3 of the way through the year, it was clear she was on an all-time record turnover pace, the likes of which I have never witnessed. It's almost like she was trying to turn the basketball over.
That's not a coincidence. It's the Clark effect. She's not just putting up MVP-level numbers, she's lifting her entire team to new heights.
Caitlin Clark is running away with the WNBA assists lead. She's 25 better than anybody else in the league. It's pretty extraordinary for a rookie.
Think about it. How many rookies come into the league and instantly turn a struggling team into a playoff contender? It's almost unheard of, but Clark isn't your average rookie. She's a game changer, a talent that's reshaping what's possible in the WNBA.
She's having impact on her team that nobody else in the league is having on her team. This is a team that went 13-27 last year. And suddenly, the Indiana Fever are the hottest team by far in the league.
Remember when we thought we knew what makes a great WNBA player? Clark has changed that. She excels in every part of the game, with numbers that seem too good to be true. First, she leads the league in assists, a rookie outshining seasoned point guards, but she's also a scoring powerhouse. Clark hits threes from 30 to 34 feet away, making over 37% of those shots. Defenders have to guard her as soon as she crosses half court. Near the basket, she's just as impressive. Clark scores 63.6% of her shots within 5 feet. That's elite for any player, especially a guard. So how does she do it? Clark's versatility is key. She can score, pass, and create plays. Defenses are left confused. Tight defense, she drives past you. Give her space, she sinks a long three. Clark creates her own shots unlike anyone else in the league. She's both the playmaker and the offense. But it's more than just stats. Clark's skills force teams to rethink their defenses. How do you guard a player who can score from anywhere? Double team her, and she finds the open player. Play her one-on-one, and she scores.
NBA, I'm talking players, coaches, and refs. They're all a bunch of Caitlin Clark haters. They're all a bunch of jealous haters.
Yep.
They are just working themselves up about Caitlin Clark just to hate on her. Skylar Diggins is bumping her. Their girls are complaining on the bench. Referees are getting into it now. They're all a bunch of haters.
It's a no-win situation for defenses. Last year, the Fever were at the bottom of the league, so keep that in mind. Think Clark's performance on the court is impressive? Just wait until you see how she's boosting TV ratings. She's not only changing the game, she's transforming the whole landscape of women's basketball. The numbers are astounding. Clark's talent is rewriting the playbook, but her impact goes beyond the court. She's not just winning games. She's drawing in fans and grabbing national attention. The WNBA has never seen anything like this before. Let's look at the viewership numbers. On August 26th, Clark and the Fever attracted an impressive 67,000 viewers. You might think that's good, but here's the twist. On the same day, an NBA game between the Warriors and Spurs only had 64,000 viewers.
I'm pretty sure that she's going to be good. The league's going to enjoy her. We're going to enjoy her, obviously, as competitors and teammates or whatever you may say. But no, it's going to be huge for her to make that jump. All of them. I mean, it's going to be a great time for them to transition like we all did.
That's right. Clark drew almost 10,000 more viewers than an NBA game. And it's not just a one-time thing. Clark and the Fever have been in 4 of the 9 most watched games on NBA TV this season.
The Indiana Fever have responded in a big way since the Olympic break. Take a look at this. These are the top 3 scorers in the WNBA since the women brought home gold in the Olympics a few weeks ago. 2 of the members are of the Indiana Fever, Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell. But we are missing a big piece to this all-star puzzle. Literally, Aaliyah Boston has taken a step forward in her game, and she has built a special chemistry with their star rookie.
This isn't merely a victory for the WNBA, it's revolutionary.
Caitlin Clark may not win titles. Las Vegas is still a great team. But the fact that she's doing what she's doing and at a very high level, you know, it's now commonplace where she'll go for 26 and 12. I mean, those are great numbers for any player, no matter how long you've been in the league.
It's simple. Clark isn't just a great player, she's becoming a cultural icon. Fans aren't just watching basketball. They're specifically tuning in to see Caitlin Clark play.
Yeah, I kind of said this on Complex one time. It was just a huge thing of, I think she's going to be good. I think she's going to be someone that's going to be huge for the franchise that she gets drafted to. And I just hope that franchise builds around her so she can continue to grow. And I hope the same fans that are writing for her now continue to help her and carry her and follow her into the W, because that's where the growth happens. Anyone can talk the talk now, but it's like, all right, next step. Are you still there? Are you still a true fan? But
she has a special star quality that grabs the attention of both casual fans and die-hard basketball lovers. This boost in viewership isn't just a win for Clark or the Fever, it's lifting the entire WNBA. More attention on the league means more recognition for everyone.
Despite averaging 18.7 points and leading the WNBA in assists at 8.4, Clark hasn't come close to peak performance yet. A victim mentality would prevent her from making the necessary improvements. Her fans could give her that mentality if they continue to cry about things that don't really matter and shield Clark from objective criticism.
With increased sponsorships and more chances for growth, Clark's impact is making people take women's basketball seriously, and it's about time.
I said second half of the season, look out, and that's exactly what's happened for her and her backcourt mate, Kelsey Mitchell. She's wonderful too.
Life can be unfair, and A'ja Wilson will have to deal with that reality. You might wonder how this affects Clark's MVP chances. It's important because MVPs aren't picked just based on stats. They consider overall impact. And Clark's influence is truly remarkable.
I still get frustrated because she won't shoot enough in fourth quarters because she defers to her vets. She's got horrendous pressure on her. Not to be a diva, not to look like she's trying to be something more than she should be as a rookie. I appreciate that. But Caitlin, you're really not a rookie anymore.
She's not only making an impact on the court, but also affecting the whole league.
When she gets her one, if she gets her one, then y'all can have the conversation.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
Here's where it gets even more interesting. Clark's presence is forcing teams to rethink their strategies, not just during games, but in their overall approach.
One thing Caitlin Clark does maybe better than anybody in sports right now, makes it about others, makes it about team.
Well, this is expected of Caitlin Clark. She's supposed to be great. She's not the Rookie of the Year. Angel Reese is, because that's a surprise, which to me is wrong, because Angel Reese was the best player on the team that won a national championship in college. It's not like she came out of nowhere.
Organizations are starting to see that star power and charisma can be just as important as having an amazing jump shot.
I think she got to win her one to really kind of have her name in that. But I mean, she's always going to be a great player for Iowa and for the game as a whole. But yeah, winning one is pretty huge in college. So
Clark is showing that one player can change the WNBA. You might wonder if, as a rookie, she can really compete with the established stars for the MVP title. That's a valid question.
Let's take a look at Caitlin Clark's credentials. The Indiana Fever finished 13-27 a year ago, the third worst record in the WNBA. The Fever currently stand at 17-16 this season with 7 games to play. They're the hottest team in the league since the Olympic break. They can win it all this season if, and only if, Caitlin Clark continues to elevate her efficiency and basketball IQ.
But Clark isn't following the usual path. She's changing what's possible for a rookie. Her ability to draw heavy defensive attention and her impact on the culture are making people rethink what it means to be MVP.
So my teammate KP was just like, yeah, that's huge. That's a lot of points. And that, don't take that for granted. They were getting them up 100%. So congratulations to her. But
Clark is doing things differently. She's showing that rookies can do more than people thought. Her skill at attracting tough defenses and her influence on the game are making people rethink what it takes to win MVP.
She's hands down the best player. Could it be a situation where she takes sweepstakes, where she wins the MVP, she wins Defensive Player of the Year, and she wins Finals MVP?
Wilson has been amazing all season and is currently leading in the MVP race, which she definitely deserves.
Yeah, well, that'd be live.
I mean, what's she averaging? Probably 27 and 12, with probably 2 blocks, 2 steals, because she does it on both ends of the court.
Her defense is outstanding, and she's a force on the rebounds. But Clark's offensive skills are in a league of their own.
Yeah.
That's what's so impressive, is that the amount of energy that she exerts.
What more can you ask?
Nothing. She got that elbow jumper. She can put the ball on the floor, finish with either hand. She has no flaws offensively. She's having an unbelievable season.
No bullshit.
Nah, she ain't bullshitting with him.
She's not just scoring, she's making incredible plays. The big match is on September 11th and 13th, when Clark and Wilson face each other. These games could determine who wins the MVP award. It's not just another game, it could change everything in the WNBA. Don't miss it.